right, thanks, guys. Vas Shearzov takes on Arty Ivanov, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern start time. Arty's lost 2 out of his last 3 and 6 out of his last 8. 2 of those defeats came by way of shutout to the likes of Kuzmin and, yup, you guessed it, Vas Shearzov. And speaking of Vas, he is red hot right now, the hottest in the Russian Liga Pro. He's won his last 6 straight matches with marquee victories over the likes of Kuzmin, Smaglikov, and of course, Arty Ivanov. And as a matter of fact, Shearzov is a perfect 4-0 in his last 4 head-to-head matchups with Arty. Can Arty Ivanov break this disparaging streak? Not today, my friend. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward Vas Shearzov winning this one outright for some money line cash. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Saturday's Russian table tennis action. Happy Saturday to you. Hopefully you guys are having a great start to your weekend, although it's very tough to even tell what day it is anymore. But before we go ahead and move on, I just got to quickly remind you to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where we do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We also have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. We improved to 2-0 in our last 2 Better Friends tier package plays on that website yesterday. And of course, that's a membership that I offer. That's just $6.99 through the end of the month. We also have a board member tier package play going off today, where we are currently 10-7 with a push in our last 18 board member tier package plays. We currently have over 600 active members subscribed to that Patreon website. Now, you might be wondering, why would I sign up for a package when I'm getting all the picks here on YouTube for free? It's costing me nothing, and that's certainly a great thought, a great concern. But let me respond with this. The problem with me handicapping every single game on the board is if you were to bet every single game on the board, all these games that I'm giving you, it's certainly not a winning formula for success. The books are way too smart, they are way too sharp, and the math certainly becomes aggressively more against you the more games you play like that, especially if you're betting the entire board. So what I do on Patreon is I break it down and focus in on 3 to 4 premium selections per day. They're higher percentage picks, games that I personally have action on, and I'll tell you this much, my current Patreon record is a whole lot better than it is here on YouTube, handicapping every single game on the board, most times side and total. So if you want to check out my current Patreon record, you can do that for free right now. All you have to do is click the link in the description section below. It's right on the homepage. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive back into some more free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. And as always, all starts are Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got ourselves a real nice matchup here. I'm talking about Pavel Korolev taking on Anatoly Trushkin, and that's going to be a 2:30 Eastern start time in that contest. Now, Trushkin is red hot right now, winning his last 6 straight matches, just mowing through the competition with 4 shutout victories during that stretch. He's also posted marquee victories over the likes of Redenkov, Nikiforov, and Karulin during that stretch. Korolev on the other side is not so good. He's dropped 7 out of his last 8 matches and was shut out in a staggering 6 matches during that stretch of defeats. Now, Korolev has also been shut out in his last 2 head-to-head matches with Trushkin. This match probably won't be different. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward Anatoly Trushkin winning this one outright. All right, next contest. It is going to be Vlad Smaglikov taking on Andrei Menshikov, 2:30 Eastern start. Smaglikov has really struggled as of late, dropping his last 7 straight contests. Even worse, he's been shut out in 5 out of those 7 defeats, failing to win a set. I got to fade Smaglikov in this spot here. Give me Andrei Menshikov, Menchie, winning this one outright. All right, next battle. It is going to be a household name. I'm talking about Yevgenia Ilyukin taking on Alex Skrebnev. and that's going to be a 4 o'clock Eastern start time. Alex has won his last 2 straight, along with being victorious in 3 out of his last 4. Skrebnev beat Solitsov, Radchenko, and Ekshanov during that stretch of victories. Ilyukin on the other side continues to struggle, losing his last 3 straight and dropping 6 out of his last 8. I'm going to go ahead and fade Ilyukin in this spot here. Give me Alex Skrebnev getting the job done. Next matchup, Alexei Yanishev versus Viktor Ivanov, 4 o'clock Eastern start time. Ivanov is on a 5-match winning streak, pitching 3 shutouts in the process and garnering himself some very impressive victories against the likes of Vasilevsky, Rutko, and, you guessed it, Alexei Yanishev. And speaking of Alexei, he's dropped 2 out of his last 3, while also losing his last 2 head-to-head matchups to Viktor. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean Viktor Ivanov, winning this one straight up. Next contest I have for you, it is going to be Vlad Nemeshkalo versus Igor Minchin, 4:30 start. Iggy's dropped 2 out of his last 3 matches. Meanwhile, Vlad has scored outright victories over the likes of Ermolov, Ramensky, and Kutusov within his last 7. I'm going to fade Iggy in this spot here. Give me Vladimir Nemeshkalo winning that one outright. Next match, it is going to be Dmitry Rutko taking on Arty Reutimann, 4:30 Eastern start. Arty's gone 6-1 in his last 7 matches with solid victories over the likes of Shadilov, Nikiforov, and Gorevenkov. Meanwhile, on the other side, Dmitry Rutko has lost his last 2 matches by way of shutout. I'm going to fade Dmitry in this spot here. Give me Arty Reutimann getting the job done for some moneyline cash. Next spot, Rutko right back on the table. This time he's taking on Viktor Ivanov in a 5 o'clock Eastern start. Ivanov's won his last 5 straight, with 3 of those victories by way of shutout. Vic might be a little bit too much for Dmitry in this spot here. Give me Viktor Ivanov in this contest. Next match, Alex Skrebnev taking on Vlad Nemeshkalo, 5 o'clock start. Vlad's dropped 3 out of his last 5. Meanwhile, Skrebnev is 3-1 straight up in his last 4, with marquee victories over the likes of Molotsov, Radchenko, and Ezkanov. I'm going to go ahead and lean Skrebnev in this contest. Give me Alex Skrebnev winning this one straight up. Next battle, it is going to be Arty Reutimann versus Alexei Yanishev. 5:30 start time. Reutimann is 6-1 in his last 7 with victories against Shadilov, Nikiforov, and Ivanov, just to name a few. Give me Arty winning that one outright for some money line cash. Okay, next matchup I have for you. It is going to be Igor Minchin versus Yevgenia Ilyukin, 5:30 start time. Minchin's won 2 out of his last 3 matches, throwing out the Zerba contest. Minchin scored marquee wins over the likes of Pudalovsky and Terashenkov. Ilyukin's lost his last 3 straight on the other side. I'm going to fade Ilyukin once again. Give me Igor Minchin in this matchup here. All right, next contest. It is going to be Ilyukin back on the table taking on Vlad Nemeshkalo. Vlad's won 2 out of his last 3. Also, 2 out of Vlad's last 3 matches came by way of shutout. 2 out of his last 3 victories. So I'm going to keep fading Yevgenia. Let's keep fading Yevgenia. Give me Vladimir Nemeshkalo in a close one. Next match, Yanishev, Rutko, 6 o'clock start time. I'm leaning Yanishev in that one. We also have Ivanov taking on Reutimann at 6:30. I'm actually going to lean Ivanov in that one. And finally, we'll finish up today's episode with Alex Skrebnev taking on Igor Minchin. Skrebnev, once again, has been victorious in 3 out of his last 4. Minchin's dropped 2 out of his last 3. So with all that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and lean Alex Skrebnev, winning that one outright for some moneyline cash. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage. Once again, we improved to 2-0 in our last 2 Better Friend tier package plays yesterday on that website. If you want to check out my current record, you can do that for free right now. It's right on the homepage. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Saturday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.